All right, we're running it back. Going to do better than yesterday. Got my AirPods with me, so there's no excuses this time. But yeah, welcome to Higgy for 75 hard till I get 75,000 followers. Day 3. Yesterday's workout. I'm headed to the gym right now, but yesterday's workout wasn't the best workout, but I got it done. Uh, this morning I went and golfed again, and it was even muggier than it was yesterday. So I just sweat my balls off for a couple hours, which is good. It's a good workout. Uh, but went to Costco, got all the errands out of the way, so I don't have to do shit later today, which is great because usually Sunday, it's the prep day, do all that stuff. It's basically another work day. But yeah, also still getting used to this whole filming these more long form videos things. Like I don't really know exactly what to talk about all the time. But yesterday I did shoulders and arms. Today I'm going to do back, shoulders, and arms, and then starting tomorrow, which will be Monday, today by the time you guys are seeing this, I'll be doing more isolated muscle groups, legs, arms, chest, things like that per day. But got a bit of a sunburn yesterday, so I'm sure this entire thing is going to be pretty uncomfortable. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, my end goal here is I'd love to come out of this looking like Captain America. I know it's probably going to take more than 75 days to get to 75,000 followers, considering on Instagram I'm only at 10.2 thousand. On YouTube, I only have like 3 or 4 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, motherfuckers, so you can watch me suffer throughout this entire thing. But going into day 3, feel like I'm getting back more into like the structure of things, because the biggest thing about 75 hard, for those of you that have done it, it's like it's very structured, and you have to get a lot more methodical into how you plan your days. Like on a work day, I feel like it's easier than a weekend, because I know that I wake up at 4, I go to the gym, I'm at the gym by 5, come home, do what I got to do with the dogs, take them out. Then once Victoria wakes up, we'll go do our outdoor walk, which I'll put the weighted vest on, and then I come home, start work. But on the weekends, it's just so willy nilly, especially going golfing in the mornings. One good thing about Nashville in terms of golf is there's so many municipal courses that it's $26 to play 9 with a cart. That's the cheapest thing you could do in Nashville. Because I mean, if you're going out in Nashville, especially if you're going out on Broadway, it's fucking $18 for a Coors Light. Just I have a hard time justifying. I could be the richest man in the world. I have a hard time justifying paying $18 for a Coors Light. Don't even get me started on mixed drinks. Like you want like a tequila soda or something like that, like $25 with tax and tip. It's just ridiculous. I guess it's tourist heavy, so they got to do what they got to do. But I don't really touch Broadway. When I first moved here, sure, Broadway every now and then, or like when clients or family and friends are in town, we'll go do it. It's not the vibe, in my opinion. There's better places in Nashville to go out that still have live music. So hit me up if you guys are traveling here, want the tips and tricks and cool spots to go to. But and also don't forget, guys, I still have those patches for sale. I'll talk about it later on in my video as well. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments types of content you guys want to see. Would love to keep expanding on this, making these videos a little bit longer. I'm going to try to get better about filming myself just throughout the day. It's just not something that comes naturally. I don't have all the fancy filming equipment, so I'm just doing this on my phone, which sucks because I can't track things on my phone or share things that I've read on my phone while I'm filming. But hopefully we'll change that someday soon. Also, big fan of the holistic wellness biohacking industry. I do some work for a company called Arctica Systems. We manufacture whole body electric cryotherapy machines. So if you guys are in the market, hit me up. I'll give you a good deal on one. These things are great for wellness clinics, gyms. People put them in their homes. They're insane. Just cold therapy. If you guys aren't doing cold therapy, you got to be doing it. Cold therapy and red light therapy are like the 2 things that I think everybody should be doing. But obviously, I live in an apartment, so I don't have access to all that stuff. But like during the winter, the pool's still open, so I'll go do cold plunges in the pool because it's not heated. which sucks sometimes because when it gets like down to the real low temperatures, that water is fucking icy and tough. But yeah, I feel like I keep saying yeah, like this whole fucking thing is just awkward. Yeah, but yeah. So anyways, yeah. So you guys are just gonna have to fucking tough it out while I figure out this whole content thing. Also, yesterday, fucking irritating. Uh, After I finished all my tasks today, I was beat, so I didn't want to uh, cook anything. So I ordered Uber Eats, Chipotle, did the no rice. It was just basically veggies and meat. Paid for 2 portions of chicken, and it gets to me, and there's like half a portion of chicken. There's no cheese, no hot sauce. I was like, who made this? One thing that my wife and I have noticed too is like restaurants out here, specifically like chain restaurants, the quality out here is shit. Even Taco Bell tastes completely fucking different. They use like a different shell for the chalupas, but it's just like you could tell it's just slapped together. I'm not saying fast food restaurants are known for their quality, but here it's just like it's a noticeable do not give a fuck on the production line, cooking line, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're pulling up to the gym here. I'm gonna get this workout in. We'll check in with you guys around lunch. Let's get it. All right, back from the gym, having a couple chicken thighs and some eggs. But yeah, we did some back, some shoulders, some arms tomorrow. Monday, which is when you guys will be seeing this, we'll be working on trying to do some, just going to do legs, try to be more targeted with the muscle groups, get some gains. But I think what I want to do is, I talked about raising money for that military school, and I think I should elaborate on what led me to that point, post military school, that whole thing, to help shed a little light on what it is. So the whole thing with this place is it's to help at-risk youth. But leading up to this, growing up, I got a twin brother and a brother that's 11 months younger. We lived in a pretty good neighborhood. The only problem is that drugs swept through super fucking bad. Like I'm talking opiates, high school, all that stuff. I mean, I smoked weed for the first time in the 6th grade, tried coke and shrooms for the first time in the 7th grade. 8th grade was doing, Molly all the time, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Obviously, drinking and ripping cigs too, but I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing that shit. Like, I moved in with my dad multiple times because I knew I needed more structure, and when I would live with him and I had that structure, I would do really well. My grades were good. I was handling all the shit I needed to handle, but I moved back home. I moved with my dad in the 8th grade. Ended up moving back with my mom, and it just wasn't the best fit. Like I just was still going back to smoking weed, wasn't taking care of my grades, things like that, doing drugs, And so then I had a couple buddies that went to that military school before me. I heard nothing but great things about it, but I wanted to enlist in the military super bad. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that in my current situation at the time, and so moved in with my dad again. Basically, reached out to the school, filled out the online form, and then they reached out to me, and I basically went to my dad and I said my parents, and I was like, "Hey, I want to go to this military school. I need one of you guys to take me to the orientation." My dad loved it. My mom was a little bit against it. So I ended up moving back in with my dad, going to an alternative school, which is basically where people go when they get expelled, which I wasn't technically expelled, but I definitely fit that mold and was close to it. Then we went out to that school in Bend, and I knew I needed it. I knew I needed it. But as soon as we got there, I was like, oh, fuck. What did I do? And the senior cadre, I guess, I don't know if they call him senior cadre, whoever, he was the head cadre of our platoon. His name is Mr. DeMar. And I'm still in touch with this guy. I love this guy to death. My life would be nowhere near what it is today without his guidance in the cadre of 1st Platoon at Oregon Youth Challenge Program. But I remember he came in, and one of the first things I remember him saying when we were in the barracks, or the bay, as we called it, he's like, y'all seen Major Payne? We're like, yes, sir. He's like, I'm worse. And sometimes he was. But we needed that. But I got friends that I made in that program that I'm still in touch with to this day. And it was the discipline that I learned there that has helped pick me back up on my feet every single time that I've fallen down. I truly believe that we don't just have one rock bottom in life, if we have any at all. I think there's multiple. And every single time I've been in a tough spot, I think back to that military school that I went to and the experience I had. It's a 5.5-month program. I'm like, man, if I was able to do that at 17 and get myself back on track, like, I can fucking pull this off. I can do that. The biggest thing I hate is when people use their shortcomings to give up on themselves. And I understand a lot of people probably know a very undisciplined version of me, but I'm always able to turn it on, turn it off. Consistency is the thing I need to be better about. Not getting off the rails, so to speak. But when I need to, I'm always able to lock it back in. I guess I can dive deeper in that military school. So the first 2 weeks is like the red phase. That's when they do the whole break you down thing. Everything's by the numbers. They're kind of stripping you, not necessarily of your identity, but just of your creature comforts, things like that. And it was tough. I was not exercising like I should have been prior, and it kicked my ass. I think if I can find the photo, I'll post it. Because of that alternative school that I was going to, there was a fucking McDonald's right next to it. So that's like what I was eating every single day for the 6 months leading up to going there. I definitely got a little chubby. I was always in really good shape, or decent shape, my whole life. But there's a few spots where I definitely let go. But yeah, we got to do a lot of service community. Got smaller class sizes. We were able to really it was a structured form of learning. There's really no excuse to not get it done because you have all the opportunity in the world to do it. And so what it did for me is it just completely helped me restructure how I think about things, but how I structure my days. I still, to this day, I wake up. We weren't waking up at 4 a.m. there, but I wake up at 4 a.m. now almost every day, except for the weekends, to go get my exercise in and go do what I got to do and grind it out so that by the time it's time to start working, I've already accomplished so much within the day. And in the next video, I'll touch on what happened post OICP. OICP is the Oregon Youth Challenge Program. And if you guys know a kid who's struggling, take a look in your state and see if there's a youth challenge program and talk to them about it. I cannot speak highly enough about this place. It's tough. They're going to have to take the initiative, and they're going to have to want to grind it out. But I'm telling you, for so many people that I know, it is the best thing they ever did for themselves. And we all look back on it now, and we're like, fuck yeah. And a lot of guys ended up enlisting. I didn't get to enlist like I said I wanted to, and I'll touch on that in my next video. But yeah, I know it's a lot to cover, but I'm going to try to share each video a little bit more of my life story each time. So we'll check in with you guys a little bit later today for the wrap-up video for the day, but we're feeling good. Good workout in today. Feeling fucking swole. We're going to get after it. Let's get it, baby. All right, wrapping up 75 hard. So I have 75,000 followers. Today's day 3. As you guys can see, I had this logo made, hung it up on the wall. Looks good. I'm debating having it changed to the disciplined degenerate because at the end of the day, that's basically what I am. Today's stats: 239.4. That's plus 1.2 pounds from yesterday. I kind of expected that because I've been loading up on creatine. One of the things as well is I'm in my videos on YouTube, the full length videos, I'm sharing my journey and what led me up to this point, present day. And we're starting all the way pre middle school where it all started going wrong, or like around the middle school time where it all started going wrong, where I started fucking up and kind of coming to the realization that I needed structure. It's going to be the good, the bad, the ugly. It is. I'm not holding back anything. Like it's going to be a lot. But today we covered in that video basically all the way up until I went to that military school. Went to the gym today. Golf this morning. It was muggy as shit, and I fucked up. I was +2 through 6, which is pretty good for me to only be 2 strokes over through 6 holes, and then I triple bogeyed the last 3. Played 9. It was also super muggy. I fucking probably burned 1,200 calories just by sweating my ass off. Then ran to Costco, got all my stuff done early, went and hit the gym, got a super solid back, shoulders, and arm workout. Tomorrow we're going to hit legs. But be sure to go watch those full-length videos on YouTube because there's a lot of good stuff in there. Also, if you guys have book recommendations for 75 Hard, please drop them in the comments. Also, just to remind you guys, I am selling these patches. These are Velcro patches that can go on weighted vests, anything with a Velcro surface. I'll have this store set up here soon. I've got a few things I got to do for that still. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything specific in the content, I'll start trying to film some workouts at some point, but I still just fucking hate doing that. Yeah. Tomorrow's day 4, baby. Let's get it.